Okay, here is our 12-station bag press. We have 2 foot pedals on each side so that both operators have to confirm it's ready to go. And then you have an automatic mode, so it goes in, comes out, and keeps going in and out with timer delay and pause, or you have manual where it'll only go in one time and then it requires another operator foot pedal press. So I'll hit this one. I think our time is set right. You'll hit that one over there. Press is on its way in. Green light indicates motion. All the stations are running in. And then the press will activate. All 12 stations are pressing. All the stations are pressing. The timer's counting down. And then at the end, it should come back out. Blue indicates pressing. Now in automatic mode, you have 3 other timers you can use. This is the timer that gives it a pause for how long it stays out before it comes back in. And then these 2 timers tell it when to start giving you warning lights. So during the pause, it'll give you a warning number 1 for the second timer, just to tell you it's about to go in so many seconds. And then warning number 2, which is a second warning timer. And then we go from there. Okay, bags are finished. Press is exiting. It should be on manual mode, so it'll only come out once and not come back in. And as you can see, we rip all these transfers off. We have wonderful pressing on all of our bags. And there we have 12 bags pressed. I set it for 400 degrees for 35 seconds. And the beauty of this is we're getting, even with these horribly stitched and inconsistent bags, which are diagonal half the time, we're getting a wonderful bleed all the way into that edge that I was very, very worried about. See this? We're getting a wonderful bleed right into the edge. See that solid color? And that is the case all the way around. So sometimes with some of these bags, if they're really inconsistent, you might find a slight faded point, hardly noticeable. But overall, we've got full bleed right out to the edges on all dozen bags. Let me re-explain that pause warning setup for you. Here's your pressing time. Here's your wait until we go back in time. In other words, you can set it on automatic mode, so when the press comes out, it waits for this amount of time and then goes back in. The problem with that is no one knows when it's about to go back in, so we gave you 2 additional warning times. At the 2-minute and 30-second mark, alright, so as it's counting down 2:45, at the 2-minute and 30-second mark, it starts blinking the white warning light. And then at the 2-minute 40-second mark, which is 5 seconds later from here, it gives you the yellow warning that it's really just about to go in. You can set these to anything you like. That way, you can set your first warning timer for maybe 10 or 20 seconds before. You can set your second warning timer for maybe 3 or 5 seconds before to really let them know it's about to go in. And that is your pause time for how long those stay out to be loaded. This is your pressing time. So you have 4 timers that you can work with: your pressing time, your timeout, and your 2 warning times. All the other timers on these controls are not used, and as you can see, every heat platen has its own individual control and its own cylinder actuation system. The shrouds that are covering this whole section are left off just so we can inspect and see that everything's working properly. And there you go. These are laser sensors that confirm that all of your heat platens are in the out position before it starts to index out, so we make sure that the press can't damage itself in any way. Anyway, we're running, we're up, and ready to hear back from you.